Max Verstappen has firmly established himself as the reigning force in Formula 1, earning 4 consecutive drivers' championships and shattering records along the way. However, his remarkable dominance hasn't come without its detractors. In 2024, McLaren CEO Zak Brown became one of the most vocal critics, suggesting that Verstappen's success hinged entirely on the superiority of his Red Bull car. The drama reached its peak at the Las Vegas Grand Prix, where Verstappen clinched his 4th title and publicly called out Brown's hypocrisy in a moment that sent shockwaves through the F1 world. This wasn't just another chapter in Verstappen's storied career. It was a defining moment, one that exposed the complex interplay of talent, technology, and politics in Formula 1. Let's break down the events, analyze the tensions, and explore how this confrontation has redefined the debate about what it truly takes to be the best. Zak Brown's comments earlier in the 2024 season sparked controversy across the F1 community. Appearing on the Beyond the Grid podcast, Brown claimed that Verstappen's success was largely a product of Red Bull's engineering brilliance. He suggested that as many as 6 or 7 drivers could have won the championship if they had been behind the wheel of Verstappen's RB20. While Brown acknowledged Verstappen's talent, his remarks downplayed the Dutchman's individual brilliance, framing his achievements as more a testament to Red Bull's technological dominance than to Verstappen's skill. It wasn't the first time Brown had aimed his criticism at Red Bull. He had often called for stricter regulations to curb the team's perceived advantages. These statements struck a nerve with Verstappen's supporters, who felt they undermined the immense skill, consistency, and mental toughness required to achieve his level of success. They also reignited a long-standing debate in Formula 1. Is it the car or the driver that makes a champion? And the 2024 season provided Verstappen with a unique opportunity to silence his critics. Unlike previous years, where Red Bull's car was head and shoulders above the competition, this season presented new challenges. McLaren, led by Lando Norris, often had the fastest car on the grid, particularly in qualifying. Ferrari also showed flashes of brilliance, and Mercedes managed to claw its way back into contention. The pressure on Verstappen was immense. Could he maintain his dominance in a year where Red Bull's car wasn't always the best? Critics like Brown were quick to suggest that Verstappen's success would falter without a technical edge. But Verstappen embraced the challenge, determined to prove that his skills as a driver extended far beyond simply piloting the fastest car. The Las Vegas Grand Prix encapsulated the highs and lows of Verstappen's season. Under the dazzling lights of the strip, the race showcased just how competitive the field had become. McLaren and Ferrari both appeared stronger during the weekend, while Red Bull struggled to match their pace. Verstappen finished 5th, a relatively modest result by his lofty standards. Yet it was enough to mathematically secure his 4th consecutive Drivers' Championship. The moment was bittersweet, not a dominant win, but a testament to his consistency and racecraft throughout a challenging season. What happened after the race, however, stole the spotlight. Zak Brown approached Verstappen to offer his congratulations, and Verstappen seized the opportunity to address Brown's earlier remarks. With a wry smile, he quipped, "Like you said, before I could only win it in the fastest car. This year has been a little bit different." Brown chuckled awkwardly and walked away, but the tension in the exchange was palpable. Verstappen had effectively turned the narrative on its head, exposing the flaws in Brown's argument. In the post-race interviews, Verstappen elaborated on his journey through the season. "People always want to put labels on your success," he said. "If they think I can only win in the best car, I've shown this year that it's not the case." Verstappen's confidence was evident. He even suggested that he could have won the championship driving other top-tier cars, such as the McLaren or Ferrari, though he acknowledged it might have been a bit more difficult in the Mercedes. These comments underscored his belief in his abilities, while subtly challenging the idea that his success was purely car-dependent. Red Bull team principal Christian Horner praised Verstappen's resilience and focus, calling him a once-in-a-generation talent. Horner highlighted how Verstappen had thrived under pressure.
Confidence and inner belief.
This is unbelievable, guys. We love you. We absolutely love you.
Max is a born racer. He's the only driver on the grid capable of taking on Lewis Hamilton. He's a fierce, fierce competitor, and he's got nothing to lose.
Are you world champion?
navigating a season filled with criticism, technical challenges, and intense competition. The fallout from the Las Vegas Grand Prix extended beyond Verstappen and Brown. It reignited the debate about the balance between driver skill and technological advantage in Formula One. While Brown's remarks were intended to critique Red Bull's dominance, they inadvertently provided Verstappen with a platform to prove his detractors wrong. Zak Brown, for his part, faced criticism for his comments. Many felt that his focus on discrediting Red Bull and Verstappen detracted from McLaren's achievements, particularly Lando Norris's impressive performances throughout the season. Some argued that Brown's remarks overshadowed the progress McLaren had made, turning the spotlight away from his own team. For Verstappen, the season marked a turning point in his legacy. By securing his 4th title under more challenging circumstances, he silenced those who doubted his talent and cemented his place among the all-time greats. His story became a rallying cry for drivers who strive to transcend the limitations of their machinery, proving that true greatness comes from within. Brown's comments about Verstappen were not isolated. Over the years, he has often criticized Red Bull, from their spending power to their aerodynamic innovations. While his critiques resonate with fans frustrated by one-team dominance, they sometimes come across as dismissive of the individual brilliance required to maximize a car's potential. By suggesting that Verstappen's success was primarily car-driven, Brown inadvertently set the stage for his own public embarrassment. Verstappen's triumph in a less dominant season exposed the flawed logic of Brown's argument and highlighted the importance of acknowledging both talent and technology. The 2024 season provided a compelling case study in the talent versus technology debate. While it's undeniable that a strong car is essential for championship success, Verstappen demonstrated that a driver's skill, mental toughness, and adaptability are equally critical. Throughout the season, Verstappen faced stronger competition from McLaren, Ferrari, and Mercedes, yet he consistently outperformed his rivals, often making the difference in races where Red Bull's car was not the fastest. His ability to deliver under varying conditions reinforced the idea that Formula One is as much about the driver as it is about the car. With his 4th title in the bag, Verstappen's focus now shifts to the future. Red Bull has already begun addressing the weaknesses that emerged in 2024, aiming to regain their dominant edge. But for Verstappen, the challenge lies in continuing to evolve as a driver and adding to his legacy. Christian Horner has described Verstappen as hungry for more, a sentiment echoed by Verstappen himself. "I love racing and I love the challenge," he said after the Las Vegas GP. "As long as I'm enjoying it, I'll keep pushing to be the best." Zak Brown's comments were intended to question Verstappen's dominance, but they ultimately served as a platform for the Dutchman to showcase his resilience, talent, and unshakable confidence. In the high-stakes world of Formula One, actions speak louder than words, and Verstappen's actions were a masterclass in letting results do the talking. What do you think? Was Zak Brown justified in questioning Verstappen's dominance, or did the Dutchman prove him wrong? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep dives into Formula One's most compelling stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.